Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I know I'm late for this to review this cartoon, but hey, better late than never, right? I'll be talking about Marvel Spider-Man, a show that's so controversial that people really despised, and there are some people out there who liked it. This is where I come in, and all I'll say is it's fine. Probably a 7 or a 7.5, and let me tell you why it's a middle series that'll never reach its predecessors like Spectacular. So let's get into it right now. The main issues that I have with Marvel Spider-Man is that it kind of rushes the story, and what I mean by that is, for example, let's say the Lizard or Scorpion. They literally use some villains with no backstory, and that's kind of disappointing considering that some villains have no backstory at all. I mean, what would be the point of having villains in with no backstory if you're just going to shove them in there? You should explain, and write those villains better. The only villains you really get to know are Vulture, Otto Octavius, aka Doc Ock, Sandman, also the Osborns, obviously. Oh, I forgot not to mention Craven too, by the way. The Jackal. Well, before yes, but now there's this plot hole that's really disappointing in the Spider Island arc, where the Jackal says, I wanted to use my Spider Army because I wanted to use their strengths and abilities. Or something like that. It could have been said in other ways that are better. I didn't like that at all. Problem 2, I didn't really love the art style. Sure, there are some scenes that are cool, but I'm judging it as a whole, which means I really dislike it because it's so bland and forgettable, and I just didn't like that at all. The third con that I have is that the colors too have bland designs, and it makes it so infuriating to watch. The promo art for the show is making the colors pop out, and it's actually being made by Patrick Brown, by the way. But in the actual show, it's like, oh my god, I wonder what happened. And it is like so BS that Disney, who has huge tons of money, and then like for the Marvel cartoons, they aren't really trying. That makes me feel like I wonder why you aren't trying for the Marvel cartoons. Fourth problem is that the characters themselves have lack of shadows and shading. For the most part, they don't have shadows. There are times where they do have shadows and shading, but they really don't. That makes it seem like a half-assed effort, if you ask me personally. At least with Ultimate Spider-Man, there's good budget and animation. Final con is that there's team-ups with other spider people again. Man, why does this have to get so much spider people team-ups again? That's one of the many reasons why many people dislike Ultimate Spider-Man, is because there's too much team-ups to the point where Spider-Man isn't the main star anymore. Listen, if you're going to have a Spider-Man show, then let it be about Peter Parker and Parker, aka Spider-Man. Don't let it just be about like Spider-Man and Spider-Friends, because at the end of the day, you didn't make him the main star, you didn't give him character development. Time for 2 honorable mentions. One is that they just cram everything all at once, and 2, no theme opening. No theme opening. Disney XD, for whatever reason, always does this with their Marvel cartoons that we have currently. Okay, we got no intro music for like Ultimate Spider-Man, then Avengers Assemble, then Guardians of the Galaxy, then like Hulk and the Agents of Smash, and now they're doing it again with this one. Like, come the hell on, dude. I want to have memories of singing the music. The 90s animated TV shows, even Spectacular, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Wolverine and the X-Men, like, all these shows have one thing in common, is a memorable theme song that kids can sing. Also, that's what people love, by the way. Now, it may seem like I'm negative, but I'm not, actually. There are some parts that I really do enjoy. I enjoy the voice acting, and I think Robbie Daymond does a phenomenal job as Spidey, to be honest. I like the origin story since it made it feel like a Spidey show. I like the animation since it does sort of look like Spectacular Spider-Man's animation. I like the action scenes in this version. I like some of the villains of the show that I mentioned. I like how this version of Spidey is different from the other Spider-Man cartoons we've seen so far. I liked the characters that we haven't seen before, like Max Bodell, Anya Kozum. Kind of like Gwen in this version. I think this version of is better than USM on so many levels and reasons. But what would reach Spectacular in the 90s animated series? No, I don't think so. Because they're both of these shows like nailed Spider-Man man. Like whether or not you like Spectacular or the 90s cartoon, both of them are like much closer to the comics than they'll ever be. And it's like a little bit harder with like the Ultimate Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man, to be honest. And I really hope that season 2 can do just so much better. Just like so much better. But I'm rambling now, so please, if you like the video, then drop a like on it. And if you disagree with, well, this review in general, then comment down why. I'm curious to know what people think of it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, and peace. Bye bye.